Caitlin Clark is rewriting history in real time, having already shattered most rookie records this season. She's now outdoing herself. In this game, not only did she surpass WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes to become the all-time rookie scoring leader, but she also delivered the best performance of her pro career in what might have been the wildest WNBA matchup of the season. If you missed this one, you seriously missed out. Let's break it down. First play, Smith hands off to Mitchell, sets a clean pick, rolls perfectly, and finishes inside thanks to a great feed from Tiara McCowan. Then there's Arike Ogunbowale, called the Kyrie Irving of the WNBA. She showed why. She brings it up, hits Kelsey Mitchell with a lightning-quick crossover, sending Mitchell crashing to the floor, and drills a pull-up three in her face. Ankle breaker or tripped on the screen? Let me know in the comments. Either way, it was a filthy play. These teams might have the best scoring backcourts in the league. Clark and Mitchell on one side, Arike and Satou Sabally on the other. A top 5 three-point shooter nails her first triple straight off the inbound. Meanwhile, Clark shows her physical side off ball, setting a tough screen that helps Smith post up and score. Indiana came out strong. With great two-man action between Clark and Boston, Clark finds Boston at the elbow for her patented mid-range jumper. Later, Clark steps back for her first shot but misses and can't recover the rebound as Arike snatches. It then works Boston in transition with a slick hesitation move into a fading jumper. The Wings take a double-digit lead early, and Arike stays hot, pulling up off the dribble and banking in a 3-0 ready, on fire with 8 points to open the game. Whenever Indiana needs a bucket, you already know who they're turning to. Mitchell. On this play, Lexi Hall drives the baseline and could have taken the layup, but instead kicks it out. Mitchell fires, misses the first attempt, but the long rebound bounces back to Haran. You know she's not missing twice. Finally, with under 4 minutes left in the first quarter, it happens. Caitlin Clark in the pick and roll with Aaliyah Boston. Boston sets a hard screen on Sheldon, and Clark goes left, launching from deep. Bang! That's CC's first field goal of the night. But Dallas isn't fazed. They're confident they can outshoot anyone. Arike drives, kicks it out to Satou Sabally at the top of the key, and she buries the triple to cancel Clark's out. The Wings clamp down defensively too, forcing Indiana into a broken possession. With the shot clock winding down, Boston's kick-out is tipped, and Lexi Hull hits a wild circus shot off the glass with 2 defenders on her. The Fever looking like the Harlem Globetrotters out there. Mitchell draws a double team, nearly loses the ball out of bounds, but it's saved by Bentley. Then, out of nowhere, Christy Wallace, who barely shoots threes, decides to let one fly and drills just the 3rd triple of her entire career. You can't make this stuff up. Moments later, Lexi Hull misses a spin move finish but hustles for the loose ball, finds Boston, who makes the extra pass to Wheelerand. She buries a top of the key 3. Indiana somehow cuts the lead to 6. Despite it all, but Dallas keeps dominating the paint, lobbing it inside to Tiara McCowan, who finishes strong over 2 defenders to close the first quarter. Despite Indiana shooting a solid 50%, they trail by 8 because Dallas is just lighting it up 67% from the field in the first. Indiana will need to seriously lock in defensively to stay in this game. First points of the second quarter. You guessed it, number 22. Watch Caitlin Clark work without the ball, fighting through 2 screens, curling around a pin down, retreating to the arc just to get a sliver of space and drain her second 3 of the game. But Indiana still can't secure a rebound. Arike jacks up a 3 and misses, but Natasha Howard grabs the offensive board and puts it back in. Then Clark steps up again, fouled on a deep 3 from the logo. She calmly knocks down all 3 free throws. And now, we get some vintage Clark flair. She leads a transition break, dodges the defense, dishes a behind-the-back pass to Bentley, then relocates to the perimeter. Arike loses her for a second, and Clark makes her pay with another dagger from downtown. Caitlin Clark is cooking. She pulls up from deep, and it's all net. That's 14 first-half points for the rookie phenom, and she's just getting started. On the other end, Satou Sabally drops a beautiful dime over the top, rewarding Natasha Howard for sprinting the floor with an easy fast break bucket. And right on cue, we're overdue for a Kelsey Mitchell moment. Aaliyah Boston sets the pin down. Mitchell comes up, takes the handoff, and splashes a 3 over Arike Ogunbowale. Dallas responds. Kalani Brown breaks open in the corner, but Boston controls the boards, then muscles her way through a size disadvantage and drops a soft hook shot in the paint. The Wings run horn action. Sheldon swings it. McCowan fires the entry pass into Howard, and she scores easily 14 first-half points for her already. Back to Mitchell, who's arguably been the WNBA's best scoring guard since the All-Star break. She probes the defense, gets the switch, then breaks her defender's ankles with a filthy behind-the-back move, pulls up, and drains the long 2. She's heating up. Clark gets doubled at the elbow. Big mistake. No one picks up Mitchell in the corner. Arike rushes out to contest, Mitchell sidesteps, relocates, and hits the three to give Indiana the lead. That's 25 first-half points just from the Fever backcourt. But Indiana isn't just backcourt firepower. Their frontcourt's got bite too. Boston backs down, Tiara McCowan misses the hook. But Nolissa Smith is there to clean it up and extend the lead to 6. The one problem: they have no answer for Natasha Howard. Watch her shake Smith with a slick in-and-out dribble, then calmly bury the pull-up jumper in the lane. But Boston answers right. Clark runs the wing pick, threads a bounce pass perfectly through traffic, and Boston drains her signature mid-range set shot. It's a battle out there, and both teams are throwing haymakers. Arike Ogunbowale drives hard, sending Katie Lou flying to the deck and banking it in off the glass. But the Fever waste no time responding. Clark pushes the pace in transition. Mitchell cuts backdoor from the wing, and Caitlin threads a perfect bounce pass. Mitchell finishes with a smooth reverse layup. Then it's Sabally again, punishing Katie Lou with too much space. She buries her third three-pointer of the game. Sabally stays locked in, slipping a bounce pass into Natasha Howard, who scores to tie the game at 55. Kalani Brown quickly restores the Wings' lead with a long two, making it 7 straight points for Dallas. In the final minutes of the half, Mitchell comes off a pin down from Boston, gets into the lane, uses a hesitation move, steps back to the foul line, and knocks it down. Sabally finishes the half strong at the free throw line, giving Dallas a 57-55 lead in what's easily one of the most entertaining halves of basketball all season. No defense, just pure offense. Mitchell and Clark each put up 15 points, but were slightly outdone by the Wings duo of Howard and Sapuli, who combined for 35. And it only gets better in the second half. First play of the third quarter. It's classic Fever action. Fakes the handoff to Clark. Mitchell cuts backdoor, and Boston's bounce pass is right on target for the easy to. We've seen that connection work all season. Then Arike hits a ridiculous one-legged runner from the elbow over Smith. Pure shot-making brilliance. Back on the other end, Boston hands it off to Mitchell, and Kelsey steps into a deep two, cashing it in for her 19th point of the night. And now, the Clark-Boston pick-and-roll becomes nearly unstoppable. From the right wing, Clark shakes Sheldon McCowan, hangs in drop coverage, and Caitlin pulls up off the dribble for a smooth mid-jumper, nothing but net. Indiana is fully locked in now. Boston finds Mitchell, who has a mismatch with Kelsey steps back and buries another triple. But Dallas continues to dominate inside. Arike misses a corner three, but once again, she crashes the offensive glass, grabs the board, and puts it back in. Fortunately for the Fever, Aaliyah Boston is holding it down in the paint too. She backs her defender down from the block, spins, and scores over her left shoulder with ease. On the other end, watch Satu Sabally come off a handoff from Howard. She leans in and somehow makes a tough mid-range shot with two defenders in her face. Caitlin Clark wastes no time pushing the pace. She sees Boston has McCowan perfectly sealed in the post and lofts a perfect pass right over the top. Textbook execution. Arike, who had gone a bit quiet since her hot start, makes some noise again coming around a Howard screen. She needs just one dribble before rising up to tie the game with her first three of the second half. That shot also makes her the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 4,000 career points. Dallas regains the lead when no one picks up. Sabalishi hits her fourth triple of the game. Indiana fires back with their go-to duo. Mitchell fakes from the corner, lobs it inside to Boston. Boston looks for her own shot, doesn't see it, and kicks it right back out to Kelsey, who drills another three. But Dallas answers immediately. Ukin is left wide open in the corner and buries another triple off the assist from Arike. Neither team can miss right now. This is turning into an offensive clinic. Caitlin Clark stays busy, feeding the ball into the corner for Kelsey. Mitchell no one can catch her as she darts to the rim and scores with ease. She's simply too fast. In the final minute of the third quarter, things get heated. Clark drives in, looking to finish at the rim, but Kalani Brown comes flying in. While she gets a piece of the ball, her follow-through smacks Clark across the head. The refs review it and call a flagrant foul. But what do you think? Was it a hard basketball play gone wrong or a deliberate dirty foul? Let me know in the comments. Clark knocks down both free throws, and the quarter ends with Arike Ogunbowale drilling a three, cutting Indiana's lead to just 184-83 heading into the fourth. This game is absolute chaos. Back and forth with no let up. Grab your popcorn. One's going to the wire. The fourth quarter tips off, and it's all intensity now. Clark gets trapped in the pick and roll, but finds Bentley at the free throw line. Her shot is short, but she chases it down, grabs the board, and finishes with a reverse. Dallas responds. McCowan seals Boston in the post, gets the entry pass from Howard, and scores easily inside. Clark, now playing with fire, takes it coast to coast, absorbs contact, and banks it in cheese up to 24 points. Moments later, from the right side, she resets, gets the switch, and uses a slick in-and-out dribble to blow by Howard, finishing strong at the rim. But Dallas won't go away. Sabally, instead of fading from the post, dumps it off to McCowan, who scores again to make it a 2-point game. Now deep into crunch time, with 5 minutes left, you already know what's coming. Working off, the ball waits for a down screen from Dantas, curls around, catches it going left, stops, sidesteps, and launches from deep. Bang! Right on cue, Caitlin Clark hits a massive 3 to put the Fever up by 5. She's got 28 now, just 3 away from tying her career high of 3-1. Here comes Wheeler, handling the ball while Caitlin Clark runs off an Iverson cut. She receives the pass, waits for the screen from Dantas, goes left, pulls up from deep and drills another triple. Clark is taking over the fourth quarter with back-to-back threes, tying her career high with 31 points as the Fever extend their lead to 8. She's not done, yet Clark is fouled on the next possession and heads to the line with a chance to make personal history. She calmly sinks both free throws, giving her a new WNBA career high of 33 points and putting Indiana up by 9. Think that's game over, but not quite. With under 4 minutes remaining, Araiko Gunbowell leads the charge for Dallas, stopping and popping in the lane for a smooth jumper. Moments later, off an off-ball screen, she cuts hard to the rim, receives a perfect lob from J.C. Sheldon, fakes Dantas in midair, and banks it in. That's 2 quick buckets for Araiko, and suddenly it's a 5-point game with 3 minutes left. Indiana runs their go-to two-man game. Clark and Boston step up, and Clark zips a pocket pass to Boston. Howard bites and leaves her feet, but Boston blows the open layup. Huge momentum swing. Dallas capitalizes immediately. Sheldon feeds the post, then cuts baseline, receives the give on go, and somehow flips it up and in over the rotating defense. Now, it's a one-possession game. Dallas tightens the screws defensively. Clark gets blitzed on the pick and roll, and Sheldon picks her pocket clean. Howard leaks out in transition and scores, making it a 1-point game. Just like that, Indiana has blown a 9-point lead and handed Dallas all the momentum. The Fever desperately need a big play and they get it. Out of the inbound, Clark finds Kelsey Mitchell, who rises for a catch-and-shoot 3. Bang! Absolutely clutch from KM, who's now up to 30 points. But Dallas won't quit. Sabally fakes Lexi out of her shoes, spins, fakes again, steps through, and scores 5 straight possessions. 5 straight buckets for the Wings. We're now under 2 minutes, and this thriller is going down to the wire. Clark responds by driving hard downhill, with J.C. Sheldon defending her. Caitlin Clark could have taken the mid-range jumper to finish the highlight play, but instead, she makes the extra pass, trusting her teammate. Clark kicks it out to Dunn in the corner, and her catch-and-shoot 3 is pure money. The Fever go up by 5, that's another assist for Caitlin. Right here, Indiana has a chance to seal it. Dallas tries to trap Clark at half court, but she turns the corner with space. Leaves Sheldon behind with a slick behind-the-back move, draws the help defender, then fires it to Lexi. Lexi makes one more extra pass, and Dantas drills another. Clutch corner 3, her second in a row. Indiana now leads by 8 in the final minute, but Dallas isn't finished. They run a quick pick and roll from the inbound. Howard scores a fast 2 to cut it to 6. Clark tries to set up a pick with Dantas, but her pass is deflected. Araiko gets the steal and takes off in transition. Lexi chases but can't stop her. Araiko finishes through contact and draws the foul for a massive and 1 play, cutting the Fever lead to just 3 with 40 seconds left. Biggest possession of the game. Clark at half court works on Sheldon, tries to lob it to Mitchell, but Araiko tips it, and Howard grabs another steal. That's back-to-back turnovers for Clark. Howard, who already has 26 points, spins on Clark but loses the ball. No foul is called, and Indiana recovers. Clark gets fouled, heads to the line, and calmly sinks both free throws. She's now up to a career-high 35 points, and the Fever led by 5. That should have sealed it, but the Wings won't quit. Sabally can't get a clean shot off over Lexi and kicks it out to Araiko, who launches a prayer from deep, and of course, she hits it. 2-point game. But time's running out. Boston goes to the line, makes both free throws, which turns out to be crucial because Sabally hits a ridiculous 3 at the buzzer. But it's not enough. Dallas falls, just 1 point short. The Fever survive the scare and win what might be the game of the year. It literally came down to the final second, separated by a single point. Caitlin Clark set a new career high with 35, combining with Mitchell for 65 total points. Araiko had 27, Sabally 27, Howard 26. It was an instant classic, but the night belonged to number 22. Clark didn't just have the best game of her pro career, she made history, setting the WNBA rookie season scoring record. And if you've made it this far and enjoyed the game, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out the video on screen now, where we break down how Caitlin Clark is being snubbed in the MVP race because after a performance like this, how can anyone deny she's already one of the W's best? This is DKM, signing out. Until next time, peace.